masterIT is the IT department for the 10 to 500 person company. And in our practice, we often find people that really don't think they're in pain because they don't know what the relationship between IT costs and outcomes should be. What we've discovered is it really takes a village. And what I want to talk to you about is what we do and how we do it. First, from our location here in Memphis, we provide centralized services where we have a village of people who are taking care of our clients' issues remotely, both for their infrastructure and for the people. But you're getting ready to meet a group of people who are really the key to what we do. Our clients tell us that the reason they do business with us is for intimacy and IT leadership. Listen to these subject matter experts talk about their relationships.
With cloud computing, I get a lot of questions about what it is, how to use it, is it secure, is it right for my business? But there are a couple things I want to be sure that people understand before they even ever start evaluating it for their business. One, there's not one cloud. Think of the bank. You've got lots of different banks, and some banks are great for one thing, other banks are good for another, and there are even some banks that you probably don't want to do business with in general. The same is true with the cloud. Some cloud providers have a great application for one specific use. Another cloud provider might have a totally different use, but they're still really good at it. Further, there are some cloud providers that you just may not want to do business with. Second, we want to understand that the reality is most of our data will be in the cloud at some point, sooner rather than later. Just like all of our money lives in the bank right now, soon all of our data will live in the cloud. It just might be with different providers with different uses, and all these clouds will integrate together.
What did you do before you had access to a smartphone? Can you remember the day when you actually had to pull out a map and figure out where you were going before you could just hop in your car, type it in the GPS, and be on your way? Our expectations have changed as it relates to mobility. Now we expect anywhere, anytime access to all the information. And that goes beyond just our consumer-based lives. That goes into the business world. We expect there to be an app for that, a way for you to click on an application, have access to all the business data that you ever needed. We're getting to that point, but with this increased change, there's also increasing complexity, and there's also increased business risk. So the business now has to think about who has access to my data, are they still under compliance with that data, and really how do I control that data? How do I control productivity from those employees now that they're accessing this data outside of my network, now that they're accessing the internet outside of my network? How do I control what they're doing and what they're spending their time on? The real opportunity here for business is how to leverage this new mobile technology to impact their business.
As Technology Account Manager, my primary responsibility is the client relationship between both business partners. Through this, I conduct wellness visits with each client, which review the infrastructure, monitoring, and management so we can see problems before they arise. We also review firewall reporting and service tickets, which allows us to pinpoint root cause issues through common problems that we see in the environment. We also offer fractional VCIO services, which help us to plan business spend and IT infrastructure changes which are led by business changes. This allows us to help our clients innovate with new and exciting technologies, which we project plan and communicate throughout the process.
At masterIT, we're different. We take a different approach to technology, and we take a different approach to helping our clients leverage it to be more successful. As you've seen from these subject matter experts, it really does take a village: people, process, and technology. If you'd like to learn more, please visit us at master-it.com.